fuck with winning, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind?
Certified pretty boy living. What's good, YouTube? You already know what time it is, man. And as y'all see by the title, well, I don't know what the title is yet, but whatever the title will be, I don't know what the title will be after I edit the video, but y'all see the title. Basically, in a nutshell, I'm talking about Alvin Kamara, obviously. But listen, man, Alvin Kamara's been balling lately. I know last year he was a player nobody knew about. He was a late third-round draft pick, came out of nowhere. You know, people knew how good he was from his Tennessee days, but didn't know he was going to turn out the way he did. Now, Alvin Kamara is a receiving running back. He could be confused as a receiver, running back, da-da-da. In an interview, he said he considers himself a receiver at times. He talks to Ted Ginn Jr., Michael Thomas about different things he can do to improve as a receiver. And obviously, we know he's a running back. Mark Ingram got suspended the first 4 games of the season, which was because of violations of like PED or whatever. So he got suspended for using enhancements. But as you guys seen, this put a lot on Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara, the first game against the Bucks, only rushed 8 times for 29 yards, which isn't too much, but had also 9 receptions for 112 yards and a loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 48-40. Now that's a total of 17 touches, which is okay. You know, so a lot of running backs probably sometimes get 20 to 30 carries a game, which is okay. But we go on to the next one versus Cleveland. 13 attempts for 46 yards, 6 receptions for 53 yards, which is not too shabby. Another big game touching the ball 19 times, which is normal. You know, you have players like Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott in their heyday getting about 20 to 30 carries a game, like I said. But then we go on to the game against Atlanta. 16 rush attempts, for 66 yards, 15 receptions for 124 yards. Now, I didn't look this up, which is not good. I should never come into a video unprepared. But he touched the ball 31 times, which is a lot. 16 on the ground and 15 receptions. When is the last time you heard a running back catch the ball 15 times? And if you watch that game, he ran the Saints up and down the field in overtime. He did his thing at the end of the fourth quarter. 15 receptions for a running back is insane. Now, you would understand a receiver or somebody like that. But come on, man. 15 receptions for a running back? On to the next game, which was just their last game that just happened. Was it Monday? I'm not sure. It was sometime this week. I watched it, though. Against the Giants, he rushed 19 yards for 19 times. I'm saying yards for 134 yards, 5 receptions for 47 yards. Now, that's not bad for a running back getting over. He's averaging around. I'll say I didn't average it out, but I'm thinking he's averaging around like 70 yards a game, maybe 80. But 47 yards is really good for a running back out the backfield with 134 yards. That's a total of like 190 or 180 all-purpose yards. Come on, man. Alvin Kamara is a receiving back, an elusive back. He's dangerous. You throw a screen to him, you guys better watch out because he will take it to the house. You can be from the 20 to 30, you're 20, you're 30, wherever. He's an elusive back. And, you know, he has Drew Brees in the backfield throwing him the ball, you know, and then he has Sean Payton calling plays, you know, getting the right formations and everything. And now, here's the dangerous part. And this is for the team overall. He has Mark Ingram coming back this week. Now listen, Alvin Kamara, this will help him tremendously and will turn him on to a whole nother level. Now you had him going crazy. You see these yards right now, they're not too shabby. But then you have Mark Ingram coming back. A Pro Bowl type player, a physical running back who can also, you guys saw what they did last year. Last year they both destroyed the league. Kamara had over 700 rushing yards along with 800 receiving yards, and Ingram had over 1,000 yards. That's never been done by a running back duo in NFL history. That's a total of 2,000 something all-purpose yards. That's insane. Now, right now, Alvin Kamara has 275 total rushing yards, 5 touchdowns, and then he has 336 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, 35 receptions. And he's top 15 in that. The only running back that's top 32 in receiving yards. Now, bro. That's insane. He's top 3 in total points, just behind Will Lutz and Todd Gurley. Now, Will Lutz is obviously the kicker for the Saints, so he's going to get the points as the Saints are putting the points up. And then you got Todd Gurley, who is Todd Gurley. That's for a whole nother video. But listen, Alvin Kamara, to me, is a game changer. He's like Steph Curry. You know how Steph Curry changed the game like crazy. You know how now everybody, instead of back in the day, everybody wanted to dunk, be like Vince Carter, Kobe in his time, Dwight Howard, all the dunkers back then, Nate Robinson. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, current dunkers. But now everybody wants to just pop threes. You have kids just randomly shooting threes. If you watch high school highlights, you'll see players just shoot threes from half court. The Ball family. When you seen LaMelo play back in the day. I mean, he's still in high school now, but I remember with him and Lonzo and all of them, back in the day when Chino Hills was really popping, the man would just pull up from 3. That's how I feel like Alvin Kamara is, Running backs, you have elusive running backs, you have power backs, etc., etc., etc. I'm sure a lot of them would like more likely to be an elusive running back, but Alvin Kamara has the whole package. You know how on Madden you can like create a elusive running back or a receiving running back and then upgrade your attributes or whatever. Alvin Kamara is a 99 in both, in my opinion. He's a 99 in both, or at least he should be. But look, man, I think he's gonna change it. You have a lot of players. You have a lot of running backs who are elusive. You have power backs, but I'm thinking now in the future you're gonna have a lot of running backs who are gonna want to be receiving backs. They're a threat in the slot and in the backfield. Now listen, Alvin Kamara, you can put him in the slot, you can put him outside, you can put him anywhere, and he can just go crazy. I don't know. It's so dangerous. And now, like I said, you got Mark Ingram coming back. You guys watch out for the Saints. I know last year they couldn't get the tools together. It was, if the Saints didn't lose that one game, they could have possibly beat the Eagles. Drew Brees against a backup quarterback. The Eagles had a pretty good defense, but come on, man. You got Drew Brees. Probably by the end of the season will have the most yards in NFL history ever against a backup quarterback in Nick Foles, who did show off in the playoffs. Shout out Nick Foles. But I don't think the Eagles are winning that game. It took a miracle for the Vikings to win that game. But the one concern about the Saints that I have and everybody knows and everybody else has is the defense. The first game they scored 48 points, or the defense scored 48 points. But like I said, you have Alvin Kamara playing out of his mind. You got Drew Brees playing out of his mind this year. And they still were able to score 40 points when the Bucs scored 48 against Cleveland. Now, Cleveland defense was actually doing pretty good on the Saints. They didn't score really till I think the second half. And the game was pretty close. It was 21-18. Saints, of course. And then Atlanta, which showed another powerful offense against the Saints' weak defense, them putting up 37 points and the Saints having to put up 43 just to win the game. Now, that cannot happen when you play in a team. Let's say if the Saints, I don't know if they see the Chiefs this year, but if you see a team like the Chiefs, they could possibly score 50 points on you. I'm sure they're playing the Rams this year. You have a team like the Rams. The defense is going to have to step up. I mean, I know the Saints' offense has been lights out and has kind of been carrying the team, but it is what it is. And let's be honest, the offense has been carrying the team the whole year. Last year, the defense was good. I don't know what's going on. It just completely dropped off. The Saints still have the same players. They got Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Williams. They just drafted Davenport. They have, what's his name down low? What's that man? Cameron Jordan. I don't know what's going on with the Saints defense. And the Giants scored 18, which is not too much. But Alvin Kamara had those 3 touchdowns the second half, which led him. You remember when he just walked out of the tunnel. I think I'll have that on the video. But that was just an insane game. But now you have Mark Ingram back. The Saints offense is going to be lights out. Like I just seen somebody say, it was on Good Morning Football. I forgot whatever the dude's name is. He was like, WWE, how there's Royal Rumble. You have all the people just randomly come. And it's like, oh, he's coming next. Everybody's been talking about the Chiefs offense. Everybody's been talking about the Rams offense. But now you got the Saints offense is just lights out. Now they have Mark Ingram back. Mark Ingram's healthy. He's back. Watch out for the Saints, man. Watch out for the Saints. I know last year, I made a video about it last year. I ended up deleting it. But the Saints offense last year was good. But now you see Kamara just improving every week, getting better. Just imagine how it's going to be, he had all these all these receptions, all these carries, but now he has Mark Ingram to help him out, to like just rest, to chill out. A healthy Mark Ingram on top of that. So now you got to watch out for him and Kamara. Just think about it. You have two fresh backs coming in and out of the game. You have Ingram, boom, take it up, blah, blah, blah. You can grab Ingram, bring you a $150 on the ground, and then have Kamara still give you about over 100 yards receiving. It's insane, man. Watch out for the Saints. The Saints could end up averaging about 40 points a game. And then you got Michael Thomas. You got Ted Ginn. Whew. Look, if the Saints get their if the defense gets right, but think about it this way too. Yes, the defense does need to get right, but then you have a Mark Ingram who can help pound the ball. Mark Ingram, a physical back, can have the Saints on the field longer. You have both of them, and now that keeps the defense off the field. Getting first down more than you getting, like, let's say 2 to 3 first downs in first quarter. Instead of that, you're getting about 4 to 5 now that you have Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara in and out of the game. So it's going to be an interesting rest of the season once Mark Ingram comes back. And we got to see what the Saints do. I know a lot of people I talk to about the Saints all the time say, oh, you're a Saints fan, you're biased. I'm not, man. I'm just spitting facts. You still got threats of, I really like LA. I like LA's chances. Their defense is pretty good. And the Chiefs are good too, but man, watch out for the Saints. You got an experienced quarterback in Drew Brees in the backfield. Then you have Alvin Kamara, an elusive back who can do both, is a dual threat running back. Then you have Mark Ingram, who's a powerful back who can ground and pound your team all day. It's crazy. It's really insane. You have Michael Thomas outside. You have Ted Ginn. Man, the Saints are doing good, man. Shout out Taysom Hill, by the way, man. I remember I didn't know who Taysom Hill was last year, but shout out Taysom Hill, man. That man has been, I remember when you see him come in the game, they run the option. Taysom Hill is a beast, man. I might have to make a video on Taysom Hill, man. If y'all don't know who Taysom Hill is, he's like the third string quarterback. The Saints always bring him in when they run read option or run some kind of trick play. If you Google him, they have him as an athlete, but he's actually a quarterback. But shout out Taysom Hill, man. He's a kick returner. I don't know if he's a punt returner, but Taysom Hill, man. Shout out Taysom Hill, bro. I just really like that dude, bro. But yeah, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And yeah, man. Watch out for the Saints. But it's been certified pretty boy, yeah. But for more videos, man. More videos coming out soon. I'm not sure what my next video will be or when it will come out. But yeah, man. Certified pretty boy. And I'm out, bruh. Peace.